Well, good morning, sleepyhead.
What's up, buddy? Happy morning to you too.
I'm glad you made it. Glad you made it. Woke up.
Yeah, I almost didn't make it. I guess the couple morning activities took a little bit longer than normal and stuff. But dog needed my attention too and stuff. And man, I didn't get a
Oh, I
whole
didn't
lot
know.
of sleep last night.
Maybe it
Saying
was
it
a
that
time
much.
change.
Oh crap! I'm just down.
Oh,
Yeah, dog kept
yep.
me up most of the night.
Feedback.
Don't worry, I turned it down.
Well, I had a late night. We
Okay.
were dancing the night away at a wedding last night, and it was a good one. My knee's a little sore this morning. Not as sore as Nick Chubb's. Not as sore as Nick Chubb's knee, but my knee is sore.
No, that his knee is more sore than anything I can ever think about. Because after I saw that play where he just literally went like over and around, I was like, oh yeah, the human knee's not supposed
Dude,
to bend like that. So yeah, he's gonna be out
your
for
knee's not supposed to do a 90 the opposite way. You know, we're not
no.
built that way.
It
My
looked like a
boy's leg
complete
is screwed, dude. It is screwed.
they
That's
did
gonna
come
be a
out
tough one.
yesterday actually though with the report that says that he wasn't supposed to be. I mean, it's bad. Don't
What,
get
he'll
me
be back
wrong,
next
but it's
week?
supposed to be.
What, he'll be back next
No,
week?
he ain't starting week 4. It ain't gonna happen. But it's something about like they're gonna need the surgeries, but I guess they're trying to put some kind of spin on it where so you're saying there's a chance type of thing, where he may end up at the very end of the season, possibly
Oh
towards
man.
like maybe if they make the playoffs, but I don't think that team's going to really make it to the playoffs, first of all, and nor would I think even be worth putting that guy in the game this season. Like let that guy heal. Pay
It
that man his
reminds me,
money.
my boy Desert Bob. It reminds me of that injury on it's one of those like it's like a Friday Night Lights movie. It's a high school football movie, and I can't remember his name, but he blows his knee out, right? And his dad is taking him to every doctor possible to get him cleared to play the game. And they just
Really,
keep giving him injections. It could have been Varsity Blue, maybe Varsity Blues,
maybe.
Friday Night Lights, possibly. I believe John Voight was the actor that played the coach, but they
Oh, I think somebody played a clip from that actually in one of my groups actually when they were like after like after it had happened. Yeah, they were. No,
well,
it
that
was
kid
about
wanted to play so
it was about
bad, and he
Aaron
took a hit
Rodgers
to that knee
injury. Yeah,
again, and that was it. That was it for him. That's all she wrote.
yeah. It's crazy what what football is like claiming lives this year. I'm saying like the NFL is like just slaughtering people this year by week.
Somebody just tore their Achilles. I believe it was quarterback. I just heard it during practice on Wednesday. Blew their Achilles out.
Oh, that was I think Diggs from the Cowboys. Yeah, apparently he tore his ACL in practice. So
Yes,
apparently they're
yes.
going so hardcore that
What's up,
they're
Nicolette
tearing him in
Hobbies?
practice. Crazy stuff, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
by week
it's beginning to be a
week
rough
16, we'll have
season.
the cheerleaders throwing the ball for the quarterbacks. All the quarterbacks will all be dead basically. And then Monday Night
Well,
Football, as shame as
yeah.
it says, has been claiming the life every week basically too. So let's hope they don't claim the other one this
What's up,
Monday
Steve
with
Woods?
my bird.
Yeah, so
Steve
the
Woods,
Lions let me
Desert.
down. But
Oh,
here's what happened last week. After we got off the show, after we did this, which was the first week, and it was actually the second week of football. First week for
mhm.
us doing a show like this, talking about football, and I got a little something to show for medals, but I've also got a couple other things, and I was going to talk to you about a couple other things too while we were here. Um,
Okay.
we had a family thing come up, and I didn't get to watch any football last Sunday. Maybe a little bit Sunday night, but I recorded the Lions game. But before I even got a chance to watch it, you know, you look at your phone, had Instagram messages, and I said, well, this
They
can't be
ruined it.
good.
They ruined it.
Heartbreaker in overtime. Heartbreaker in overtime. You know, they've lost so many games last year that way that didn't get to overtime.
By 1
But
point or a field goal, usually, yeah.
yeah. Yeah. So just a heartbreaker in Detroit. And I have to say that this week, if it's not going to be the same old Lions that we're going to hear in the news, they got to come out and they got to do something this week.
You guys got Seattle this week, right?
It's
I think so.
something that they have to do, you know. And what do
Well,
we
I'll
got?
tell you what, man. That Sam Laporta,
Atlanta.
or I like to call
We
him,
got Atlanta.
I like to call him the Laporta
Oh,
pod.
for
It's
sure,
just his little
DB.
joke I got for him and stuff. I tell you what, man, he's going to be a real stud in your team. I mean, he might be at being like the, I don't know, WR2
Who's that? Say
slash
that again.
WR3 slash tight end for your Lions. The Sammy Laporta pod.
Yeah, rookie. But you know, I really liked Hawkinson, and we got rid of him, and he went to Minnesota. But I really liked that guy. I really did.
Hawkinson was good, and I think now you got that defensive tackle guy that's just an animal. He's going to be good for your team. So, and your coach is a really cool guy. Cool coach is a really cool dude. He's always fired up, and
we just always expect so much, but in the back of your mind, being a Lions fan, you're just waiting. You're just waiting for something to go wrong. You're just expecting, and it is what it is. So hopefully this week I'm going to get to watch a little bit of them. My daughter's actually a little cheerleader, and there's a little 3rd, 4th grade football game we're going to go up and watch at 1:30 that starts. So we're going to go check that out. So I'll probably be able to catch the second half. I got to go work the concession stand there.
Oh, cool. You're going to sell some popcorn and go eat some popcorn, and you sell some popcorn and you eat some popcorn.
I think they have a TV in the concession stand, so I might be able to catch some of it.
Oh, snap. You'll be good to go. Watch the game, eat some
popcorn,
dude. So some popcorn sodas.
I don't. Are you watching the stream? Do you see it? Do you see yourself anywhere?
I do. I'm got my tablet over here. I see it. So you got me.
Well, then you must notice you have a 2 above you, and there's a 1 above me.
Oh, I do see the SPB 2 PB1. Was that because of the game thing? You got to do a little playback. I think I got one, and you got
one. What's up, Nick?
I got another one.
Yeah, dude. So we had. Did you make your picks for this week?
I did.
Okay, you did. Great. Okay, so yeah, last week we had 3 games that weren't matched, and those were the 3 that we wanted to keep track of. And what happened was the Giants versus Arizona, 31-28. You took that. San Francisco versus the Rams. You took that as well. I had the Rams 30-23. Deebo Samuels had a hell of a game, and I had him sitting on my bench, by the way.
Yeah, he did.
Had him on the bench. But I end up picking up Green Bay, or you took Green Bay over Atlanta. And Atlanta won that game by a point, 24-25.
That was unbelievable chaos.
Yeah, I agree. Steve Woods
here watching them like I should be 3-0, and Paul shouldn't even have 1. I was so upset.
And then I got all excited. I thought I got another one, but I was like, we actually picked the same team there.
Yeah.
So week 2, you got me 2-1, and we're like I said, we're going to continue this all the way through to the Super Bowl. And we both agreed upon. We both agreed upon one of our silver favorite coins is going to be, and I showed mine last week, and that's what we're ultimately playing for.
Sweet.
For the all-time champ, and then with the right, you're the champion of all champions. You'll have that. I mean, I'll have that. One or the other. So who do you play? No, Eagles are off, aren't they?
They play tomorrow. Yeah, they play tomorrow. The Monday night games with. I don't know why they're doing this whole.
There's 2 Monday night games, right?
Yeah, I was just about to mention that. I don't know why they started the season. Not the season. Well, I guess the season. The year off with double Monday night football games. I was like, so what? You just can't have one. You need to have two. But it seems to be like now it's on because like since all these different streaming options have picked up the abilities to play the NFL. Like apparently YouTube TV now has like exclusive rights. Not
All
exclusive, but
money,
they have
man.
additional rights. Oh, exactly. Of
Big
course, it's all
money.
money. That's what it's all about,
Scott
man.
S.,
The all
what's
even
up,
more.
buddy?
But I think that uh, I think like CBS Sports, and then I think it's somebody else has the two games. So you got to have to like either find one streaming service that has both of them, which I don't know if they have that, or you got to kind of double pay for it. They're just like trying to beg money from customers, basically. Like you said, it's all about the money. But
If I'm lucky, I'll be able to watch the
we play
one on
Monday night.
national.
Play Monday night against the little Baker Mayfield. Little get him taken out hopefully. And
Okay.
I think the Monday night game. I think it's the Rams. With the
Yeah,
other
that's
game
one
is
I
the
have written
Rams
down. I
versus
missed the Philly game. That's why I thought you guys were off. But it's the Rams versus Cincinnati.
that's right, the Bengals. Just Joe Burrow. That's right. Yeah.
Oh, Scott S. is shouting out, "Go Bears!"
Bears
Hey,
gonna get murdered today.
Desert
It's gonna be a
Bob
low
says the
scoring game, though.
halftime show is Usher. I haven't even looked that far ahead yet or heard anything about it.
Wait for halftime show for like a game this week or for the Super Bowl this year.
I bring it up. Usher's playing the Super Bowl. Woot,
He better
woot.
not. That guy's like 65 years old and like hasn't been irrelevant since it's been 1999. Like, why are we
Since I was in high school? I mean,
yeah, why are we having like
he helped
washed up
out that kid for a
celebrities?
while.
He probably signed another freaking blood contract with the devil to make himself relevant again. He's like, I'm not relevant anymore. I'm 55 years old. Nobody loves me.
I don't know if he's
genuine
55. Is he
anymore.
that? He can't be that old already, is he?
He's like my age, dude. I want to say he's at least. I don't know. Do a little Siri, Google. Alexa,
I'm gonna say 47.
Let's say 45.
44. Here. Born October 14th, 1978. 44 years old.
Oh, that's right. He's born 3 days after me. That's right. So he and I share a similar birthday on October 11th, 1970. That's right. I forgot he was my age. So he will be 45 this year and 3 weeks from now. So he is my age. Yeah. So how would you feel about someone my age going up there trying to sing a halftime show that hasn't really sung any kind of like melodies in probably, I don't know, 15, 18 years? There's a purpose.
Well, I guess what I would have to say is at least he'll still sound good. It won't be like Ozzy going up there trying to compose himself for another show. Oh yeah, get her, Bob. Yeah. Bob, get her. Get her in the chat. Bring up underinflated football bobs, and you're gonna make her throw shit around her house.
You must be talking about Nick.
The stuff will get broken.
Ask her about raising the roof one hand and raising the roof, how that got started. Yeah, that's Tommy Illuminati started that joint.
There was a 3-minute or 2-minute clip Julian Edelman just did behind me here. What am I watching? I think it's Fox Sports or whatever. But about Belichick and I forget the year. Nick would probably know. Hasn't lost 3 straight games in many, many years. It was 2000 something, 2003, 2004, something like that. And they got the Jets today, and I really want to see the Jets wipe them across the AstroTurf.
That would be very interesting. They kind of held Josh Allen in check a little bit, but they didn't hold Dak Prescott stuff in the Cowboys. But
well, that defense Cowboys has is
top notch. If I have to say, unfortunately, the Eagles fan, I have to be able to admit that. But now that they lost Diggs and stuff, and it's all on Parsons now, it's kind of like we'll see. But the change is only as strong as all the links that can put together. But we'll see. Patriots and the Jets. So, you got Patriots coach is a really crafty dude. I have to admit him that as much as he cheated over the years. it had the NFL cheat for him.
Hey, whatever it takes to get that W.
Trust me, they deflated some balls, I guarantee you, and they're raising the roofs to reset the game clock, and they're reading lips over here with the Anyway, the Jets are actually this year the offense obviously is complete horrible now that we lost Rodgers and everything else, and the quarterback behind him is. You just go sit.
Isn't that something? They had a so high hopes because of one player. They're the same team, except they're short one player. The player doesn't play on special teams. The player doesn't play on defense. The player isn't the kicker. The player isn't the snapper, the placeholder. He's the quarterback, which is a huge part of a team. Don't get me wrong.
Main guy.
But their season isn't over because of that, you know?
Nah, it's not. But it definitely, like you said, it changes the atmosphere and then in the locker room.
Sure, sucks the life right out of them. But they gotta just overcome.
Yeah.
Huh?
But yeah, game's got to go on. So, but we'll see what week 3 does. I just hope it doesn't claim any lives from any players and especially from any fans. It's very how should I say, distraught and emotionally angry to hear about the Dolphins fan that beat the Patriots fan to death in the stadium in front of his kid. That really bothered me. So it's hope that doesn't happen again in the NFL and people realize it's just a game, people. Let's not like go to
Well, talk about that a little bit because I heard just a very little bit and you probably know more than me, but just talk about a little bit for anybody that's here. There's 8 of us here and thank you all for joining us this morning. So talk about that for a minute.
Yeah, real quick, I never like to talk about this kind of stuff because it really makes me angry in the inside and stuff because it just makes me mad at the ignorance and stupidity of human beings we have going on right now. But long story short, the week 2 last week, speaking of the Patriots, there was a Patriots game versus Dolphins. Of course, the Dolphins won. Apparently a Dolphins fan didn't like what was happening in the stand. So he took it upon himself to engage in a fight with another guy who I want to say was probably either in his late 20s or early 30s. I want to say early 30s. Apparently the Patriots guy, the Dolphins fan literally beat to death in the stands a Patriots fan in front of his 12-year-old kid, dude.
No shit. What's up, LAP coins?
Yeah. And the fact that multiple people in the crowd, instead of like, hey, like break it up and like get involved at like normal people should be doing. Here we go. So I'm gonna go nuts here. Sorry, dude.
What are they hooting? What are they hooting and hollering?
And just stood there and recorded it.
Oh yeah.
So they could go show their friends later.
Sure.
Hey, look, here's a guy.
Show their friends. Put it on TikTok. Put it on Instagram. Looking for views.
Yeah. Let me be the one to show. Like, look at me. I brought you this wonderful information news of some guy getting beat to death in front of his kids. Like, are you really proud to show that off? You know, like I don't want to say what I want to say because I'll get you in trouble. But I wish I was there because you would have had a recording of a guy with long hair with not a whole lot of muscles get involved in a very big way because no child, no anybody should have to watch their father get beat to death in front of a sports stadium for a stupid game.
Okay, so they literally beat this guy to death?
Beat him to death in front of his kid, dude.
Oh my Lord.
Why people in the stands stood there and videotaped. Makes me sick.
Yeah, that's effed up.
I'll just say this without getting you in trouble. I wish I was there, and I wish I was carrying something.
Oh yeah. I hear you.
That guy would not been standing in that video. That's all I'm gonna say.
Right there.
Anyway, let's move on to a happier topic. Like our picks for the week if you're cool with that. Because I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, dude. Why don't you why don't you start us off? Let me see how this is set up here.
I'm picking San Fran to win this week. What about you? You're going with the Giants, right? Okay, good.
Okay, you get us going here. Let's see.
No,
you're picking San Francisco. They don't even play. Oh, that game's over. You goofball. Christ almighty.
There's a win for me.
Yeah, so here it is. Here it is now. Yeah, so it's 7:15 Monday is Eagles versus the Bucks, and then your national televised game will be the Rams Bengals at the normal time of 8:15.
Which is weird. I don't know. Streaming wars, whatever. I don't know. South Park did an episode about it. Apparently, they all gonna make a big buck, and you pay now and you pay over. It's like a la carte. Like, yeah, a little bit of this over here, pay for a little bit of this over here.
Yeah, right.
Pay for this and pay for this, and you get your big plate. And like $400 later, like what? Just watching TV, people, for $400 a month. Holy crap!
It's crazy.
Car insurance is not in this much at all. Yeah.
This dish network that we have here is going to be canned as soon.
Oh my God.
Oh, dude! As soon as we get some type of
anything falling out of the sky, like snow, rain, wind, it's like, sorry, Arrow 404, your satellite is just not working right now.
No, I'll tell you what, I'll give them that much.
Call your operator.
We've only dropped service so many times because of weather, and realistically, it's not the end of the world. It's not like we're sitting around watching the TV at all times and so on and so forth.
There's other things to do in life. You got a big old property.
It's just the cost of everything just continues to rise with that stuff, and they try and sneak it on your bill. And I'm glad my wife's like a hawk; she watches all that stuff. And
oh, dude, I've heard crazy rumors and conspiracies where the power company's charging everybody for power they're not even using, apparently. So, like,
you got to watch your bills. You definitely have to, because it doesn't matter who it is. You think the power company's honest? Well, they might not be, and they're always looking for extra money to line their pockets.
None of them. I tell everybody like this: if it's a corporation in this world, it's not honest. I don't give a shit who it is. If they're not about doing things for the love of Jesus or for their fellow man, and they're all about the corporate. Johnson, we got to make a profit this year of 10%. We got to lay some people off today, and what we're gonna do today? We're making more money and more money and more money. So, yeah, they're not in the proper mindset. They're anyway. So, but
yeah, dude.
So,
well, let's start off this right
here.
The
picks are in.
The picks are in, and you are leading going into week 3. So I'll read them to you as I have them written down, and I don't know where you got yours from, but if you can follow along. All right, so Atlanta versus Detroit. Who you got?
I got your boys, man. I got Lions.
All right, so do I. So that's a no-go. Taking the Lions over Atlanta. In Detroit, we'll see. Okay.
We'll see.
We got Buffalo at Washington.
I got Buffalo Soldiers taking out Washington.
So do I, and I think Washington's undefeated, but then they're in Washington. But I also have the Bills over Washington.
Yeah, and James Cook just had a child over the week, so I think he's pretty happy and ready to run the ball in the goal line for get his first touchdown too. So.
Let's see that.
You got a little sports prop on that too. Hoping that's gonna, that's the perfect narrative. They're like, yeah, he just had a child over the week and first child, oh, his first touchdown. Hey, rock the football. It's just so yeah. Bills win that one. The Bills.
Muscle Shell, what's up, buddy? All right, dude. Next, we got Denver at Miami.
Definitely Miami.
All right, on. Okay, Houston at Jacksonville.
I got the Jags.
I as well have the Jags. Colts. The Colts at Baltimore.
Ravens, I got.
Same here.
Okay.
How are you feeling about the Chargers at Minnesota?
I got the Vikings. winning that one.
Damn, I thought that was one I was going to be able to sneak past you. I also got the Vikings. They're looking to snap their losing streak. They're 0-2.
Yeah, both teams are 0-2, and I just think
Okay.
that yeah, so we'll go with that one. What
All
else you
right,
got
let's
next?
see if this one works. Well, we know where you're going with this one. New England at the Jets.
Yeah, New England fortunately.
You're taking New England over the Jets.
Yeah, well,
I'm writing it down. I've got the Jets in that game.
I'm going New England because I think Belichick's got a plan. I
All
hate
right.
saying that, but you going Jets, right?
I'm taking the Jets over New England. Yeah.
All right, here it
Yep.
is. All right, Nick, I need you to root for me and now root for your team. Damn it.
We got one. So we're moving into week 3 with one for sure game. Let's go New Orleans at Green Bay.
Oh, I got where's that one at? Oh, there it is. Ironically, I've got New Orleans. I don't know why I picked that.
So do I.
But I've got
I
New
picked
Orleans.
New Orleans as well. They've looked pretty good the last couple weeks, so they pulled out 2 victories. Green Bay got one last week by a point.
And they got the rookie kid Keandre Miller starting his season actually starting his NFL debut this week. 3rd round pick out of the draft for the Saints, and
sure,
getting ankle issues the first couple of weeks in practices and stuff. But now that Jamal Williams is out for a couple of weeks, and what's his name, Alvin Kamara is still serving.
He's suspended, right?
3-game suspension. Yeah, he comes back the following week. So right now, all we have as far as running back goes is Keandre Miller. I think his name's like Tony Robinson Jr. Whatever. Not really doing a whole lot of really anything. And then my buddy Taysom Hill, which is basically like a
all-around player.
Yeah, tight end, blocker, passer, runner,
quarterback, running back, punt returner. Guy could probably kick the ball.
Yeah, he can basically do it. These guys, he's just overall monster. So,
no doubt, Desert Bob. No doubt.
I think Keandre Miller and Taysom Hill will take care of the ground game on that. So that's the reason why I've got them there, and Chris Olave, and then their aerial threats are going to be better. So yeah, I got the Saints on that one myself.
Okay, we got the Titans going to Cleveland.
I got the Titans on that one.
I've got Cleveland.
Okay, they've got Cleveland 2 of them now. Oh, snappy.
I'm hoping that they're back up for Chubb, and a lot of the names I can picture them, but I just off the top of my tongue, I don't know names, right?
Well, Kareem Hunt,
a lot of names to remember.
Yeah.
Well,
a lot of names.
They got him for $4 million for a year. That's right. But his backup, Chubb's backup, had a hell of a game after he went out. I think he put up 130 plus yards, a touchdown.
Yeah, he did. He definitely did that. And I forget what the guys. It was Jerome Ford. That's what it was.
Jerome Ford. That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jerome Ford.
So, and from what I've been reading is, okay, yeah. So Hunt's back. They're talking that on passing, he's the better pass receiver, or has been. I mean, you're talking. We'll see. We'll see what they do with him. He wasn't active for the longest time, but I saw that they put him active and they got him fantasy wise scoring a couple points possibly. Yeah. But he could have a huge game too. You don't know.
Good. We'll see if Kareem Hunt takes the role back or not. So we'll see.
And you shared your drafts with us in our Instagram group there, and you actually picked him up in all your leagues or one of your leagues?
I drafted, if you can believe it, drafted Kareem Hunt in the later rounds in like all my leagues, with basically Nostradamus' intentions of basically like, look, like someone's going to go down.
Someone's going to need him.
Someone's going to need him. He's going to start somewhere. There's a lot of teams right now that are like, okay, Jonathan Taylor wasn't even like playing in the week 1 or what was decided what they're going to do with him. All these other guys are getting hurt before the games even started. Players are getting traded and they're like, yo, we got like no depth here whatsoever. We need to like go somewhere. So there were a couple teams that like,
Very
I mean,
bold.
he could have gone to the
Very
Vikings,
bold.
but they sent Cam Akers from the Rams there. I mean, he could have gone there to back up Matheson, or he could have gone to the Colts. There were several teams that
Well, didn't Akers end up in
work.
the? Didn't he end up in the
Akers
Vikings?
got drafted to the Vikings. So anybody that drafted Matheson right now is like crying their eyes out. So.
Sure.
But yeah, so he's
Nick's
now
got the
there.
Patriots over
So
the Jets.
you're going to see more trades, I think, this year too. I think even with all the injuries coming, I think different people doing different things, different contracts.
Steve Woods, there's nothing better to listen to than when you're in the shower. Just turn it up a little louder. You ain't gonna miss much. You just turn that volume up a little louder. You'll stick with us.
Yeah, just get that desk fully clean.
Carolina at
Seattle on that one. I got Seattle that one.
As do I. Chicago at Kansas City. Steve Woods, Kansas City.
Yeah, Kansas City. That's up made in Kansas City. Kansas City. Get a rope.
And I got a feeling we're going to be the same on this one. Dallas at Arizona.
Yeah, Dallas. Well,
as much as I don't want to, but I mean, I'm playing for silver here, so I got to take Dallas.
Yeah, you gotta go with the money.
Yeah, right. All right, so
I got Raiders versus the Steelers. What do you have for that one?
I got the Raiders in that game.
Yeah, I got the Raiders too. And then
Sunday night.
Then I got my boys Eagles Monday, and then I actually got the Rams against Bengals this week.
And I picked Cincinnati, but we don't need that because we were saving Monday nights just in case we picked.
Oh, the tiebreaker?
That would have been for tiebreaker. I would have taken the Eagles as well, but then I also had Cincinnati, but we don't need it, so we're not going to count it. So
we've already got three games already.
Well, we got two games that we're playing for points this week. Where we've got you've got New England over the Jets, and I have the Jets, and you've got Tennessee over Cleveland, and I took the Cleveland Browns in that game.
That's right.
Well, we'll see how that goes out. We could.
That's only two games, though, right?
You could be taking a demanding lead. You could be taking a demanding lead this week.
Right on.
But there's a lot of season left. Same old Lions, Silver Wolverine. How you doing, buddy? I saw your Instagram, and that is the best place to watch a football game. I would have to agree. Is the Big House in Ann Arbor watching the Wolverines?
That's cool. Big old spring.
Which one, Nick? Which one? Oh, the New England game? I don't know. We'll see. I'm not there playing. Browns picks makes me nervous, Pauly. I know, me too. I had a feeling at least that one he was going to pick Tennessee, and I want to have fun doing this, but I got a feeling the Browns can do something.
They might. They not. You never know. Just
any of them out.
That's actually one that I actually switched to later on before last night ended. I was like thinking about it. I was like, you know what? Titans kind of did hold a little bit their own last week, so maybe it'll work, maybe not. But we'll see what happens. Yeah.
Well, the running back doesn't seem to be as dominant as it used to be. I need to come to the Ohio State game this year. I can't, dude. That's got to be wild. Like,
that's going to be out of control up there, dude.
Michigan Ohio State game in Michigan. That has to be complete pandemonium.
There'll be like 1 million people in that area just alone.
Silver Wolverine, do you have to wear earplugs there? Like it has to be loud as can be there, right?
Super loud.
A game like that. I'm thinking earplugs or earmuffs or something like you're at a NASCAR event and cars are just flying by you.
Yeah, right.
I'm telling you.
Blowing your eardrums out.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, man.
It has to be.
I can only imagine. Some of these stadiums, they get up to like over 100 some decibels. So you gotta imagine it's gotta be like just man. And just the amount of like the power you feel as far as like all his voices and stuff. Man, it's just
I don't know. I don't know
Wow.
offhand, and Silver Wolverine might, but I know it's over 100,000 seating at in Michigan. Over 100,000.
Wow. That's like almost like 2 times or 2.5 times your normal like average just regular seating of what like 40,000, 35,000, whatever it's going to be. So to have 100,000 people in one place, man, that energy you would feel in your body would be just amazing. Like when the play happens and everybody at the same time or
I got you.
same,
Not your pumps
oh,
loud.
everyone just feels everything at the same time, and that'd be cool just even just to go there for that feeling, just to all those people all together in one place. It'd be pretty cool.
Uh-oh.
What happened?
I forgot to shut this off. Give me 1
Uh-oh.
second. Here. This damn phone was tied to my headphones as well.
Oh, so it was like ringing and stuff in your ear too.
Yeah, phone was going off, ringing right here. 110,000 is about the average. 110,000.
That's incredible amount of people, man. Wow.
Yeah, so Dallas is in Phoenix. Dallas is in Phoenix.
You know, I had back in my mind, I thought that could be like a setup game, but I was like, nah, there's no way they're going to lose that because a couple of years ago they did actually. That was the upset of the game. And actually, I did call that and told some guy, you need to bet this, and he was like, I'm not doing that. And I was like, dude, like, trust me, they're
I
going to lose.
think their offense could come in and play a terrible game, and their defense would still win that game with a turnover, touchdown, something.
Yeah,
something. That's how well their defense has been playing, and their offense has always been sketchy.
James Conner's not going to be ready to run a whole lot of that team. I don't think they have a whole lot of like receiving core really, in my opinion, worth anything to to write home about. And with the quarterback who the new guy being he is, so but yeah, that should be an easy 30-7, you would think, type of win. But we'll see what happens.
Our high school team is playing really well again this year. They'll probably end up in Ford Field again for the championship. They've been many years.
Nice.
They played a team this past Friday, and they had some injuries to their like senior players, their starters, right? Just whatever. So they started a lot of upcoming players on the varsity team. We had this team beat at halftime 56-0.
What?
56-0.
What?
Our homecoming game at halftime. Our homecoming game last week was against a pretty good rival team. It's always a good game when they play, or they've always had great games when they've played.
Yeah.
And that game we won 56-6.
56-0 in the half. That's crazy.
56-0 at the half.
Yeah, at that point, the opposing team doesn't even come back out the locker room. They're like, "Where'd they go?" Like, they went home, dude. What do you mean they went home? Like, yeah, they're just
like they left. They're not here.
They just rolled out, bro. They went to the bar. Like,
I watched their bus driver, because I was pulling in.
Mimi.
Oh, dude, I was pulling in after work to get diesel for my tractor and gas for my lawnmower, so I had to run to town and pick up that. And their bus driver damn near took out 2 rows of fuel pumps trying to make a turn into the gas station. I said, holy smokes.
Oh, no.
This could have been bad. This could have been really bad.
Could have blew
all
the whole
she was
thing
doing
up.
was just wanting to get a sub.
Yeah, Christ, wanting to get a sub. Probably the last thing she probably needed that day, probably too. Maybe she probably should have had a salad, right?
Right.
Eventually, she can't pull a bus into a gas station, without knocking pumps over. Pretty bad. Whatever.
Where do the Eagles play? The Eagles are at home? No. The Eagles are in Tampa Bay. They're in Tampa Bay.
Yeah, we get to go to some nice weather for a while. We get to go down there and enjoy some very nice 80-some degree weather down there, and just and
the Lions have a quick turnaround. They have the Thursday night game as well against Green Bay.
That's what happened to us there. We had the Sunday night game was week 1, and we had Thursday night football. week
Yeah.
2 against the Vikings, and so you guys are kind of
Well,
having the same
shoot, the
thing
Lions
this
started
week.
off Kansas City on Thursday. Then they played the following Sunday. And
Yep.
then this Sunday, and then right away back again Thursday.
Right back again. Yeah. So your boys are very active right now as far as getting their road mileage on.
Yeah. Yeah, Green Bay's a quick jump, but still.
Yeah.
If the well, no.
Still on the road a little bit.
They've got that ship shut down. It goes from Traverse City, Michigan to Manitowoc, Wisconsin. It's called the Badger. It's a people mover, moves shit back and forth across Lake Michigan, but I believe it's still shut down.
Really?
Been shut down for most of the year. My
Oh,
uncle brings it over once in a while. We'll go over to Ludington, salmon fishing. It goes out of Ludington, Michigan to Manitowoc. We'll go to salmon fishing over in Ludington, and my uncle lives in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, and he'll drive to Manitowoc and bring that over and meet us and go fishing. It's like a 3.5 hour trip, on that tub coming across Lake Michigan.
Nice.
$550 each on StubHub.
How much is $550?
Dude, I sold
cheapest tickets
of Michigan Ohio State tickets. Cheapest he found on StubHub. Dude,
$500. Y'all crazy. Quarter ounce
so I
of
got
gold,
tickets.
basically?
I got tickets to go to the Masters, which I've been trying for years and years and years and years. Been trying to do this, right? So I got tickets, and I was trying to weigh out the pros and cons of Monday. Monday's a practice round. It goes all week. It's in Augusta, Georgia. For those of you who don't follow golf, it's the first major tournament of the year for PGA.
Mm-hmm.
Real prestigious course and so on and so forth, right? Well, I finally got tickets. It's a lottery drawing, and it's for Monday. And one of the biggest pros that I liked about it was I could take a camera onto the course. Monday and Tuesday, you could take a camera onto the course. Monday is the best day. Tuesday is the best day to see the course, and it's the way it should be. Like, it's not all foot travel, trampled down. Everything looks immaculate. But not all the pros are there practicing. Big names, they're just not there. You got a lot of younger, up and coming players there because it's a tough course. It's a very tough course.
No, it's not easy.
Invite only. For you've either had to win that championship,
you can't just walk in there and like there's the money. It's like
no. If you won that, you got a locker in the clubhouse, and you're welcome back to the day you die, right?
Yeah, you're open arms. Yeah.
So I sold them. I ended up selling the tickets. I did
Why'd
because
you do that,
I want to go to the actual tournament, right? I want to see tournament play. Even I think Wednesday, I might even, if I got a ticket to go on Wednesday, that's like a par 3 tournament. And a lot of the pros do play in that, like some good major names, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, dude, I paid $100 per ticket. I got 2 tickets. I sold them on StubHub for after StubHub fees, money in my pocket, $2,025.
Each or for the whole thing?
For the set.
What? That's incredible.
That's nuts. And that was actually, I probably could have done better for a practice round. Was in when I went on StubHub because I knew how much tickets were. I mean, on because I'm bringing it up because Silver Wolverine typed in StubHub. So I'm bringing it up because I was always curious on how much tickets were to go to that. Dude, it's stupid. Stupid pricing.
You made 10x
because the only way to get tickets is get in that lottery. Now, and I did learn this. So like the Golf Pro, we have an amazing golf course. It's just a small little town. I wrote down the number. We have like 735 people in that town, right? But they have a beautiful championship golf course. I'm actually a stockholder in it. Mm-hmm. And the pro there gets a single ticket to go to the Masters. He just has to pick a day, whichever day he wants to go, and he can go. So I was actually going to hook up with him and use my ticket and go with him. And I had a friend that I was going to invite with me, but he said, if you can sell them, because like I said, I would much rather go to tournament play than a practice round.
Practice, yeah.
But for the pictures, I can see it anywhere, right? I've never witnessed it, so I'm kind of kicking myself in the ass for that, but that was a hell of a turnaround on $100 purchase, $200 purchase.
10x, a little over 10x your money. I mean, that's you're not doing that unless you're like doing some shady stuff or you're gambling at a casino and you're hitting like
Yeah.
hard 8 and stuff, and you're
And I
lucky
had
to
them
blow
posted
that.
for, like, I had it
dude.
ready to just hit publish to put on the site.
Mm.
And I said, no. And then I just hit publish. Dude, it was a half an hour. It was a half hour they were gone.
That's it?
Yep.
Wow. People want to go see the golf guys, man. Wow.
Crazy. And there were, I was right in the middle of the pack as far as that go. There were, for a set of 2, I think the most expensive when I put mine up for sale was like $4,500.
What? All right, bro.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to cue me in all offline one of these days on these golf lotteries, whatever they call it. Because if you're able to turn $100 into $4,500, or turn $200 into 2,000, I want in. I want to know about all this stuff. And
but look, it's taken me, I believe, 10 years of applying to even get to this point, right?
Oh, so you've been 10 years, 10 years just to win the lottery, just to even to get in? Wow.
Yeah, to even have a chance that, and I wasn't expecting to say congratulations. Me and my buddy been doing it for years, like, at least 10 years. And it's been no for all those years. And
no
again,
for you, back of line.
He actually sent me a screenshot first of his email, and it said, sorry, not this year. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot to even look. And then lo and behold, congratulations.
And you, so he shows you, sorry, bro, we didn't get it, all feel bad. You didn't even check yours. You're like, yeah, that sucks, dude. And you have to go look at yours, and you win. Oh my God. I know that guy, even as a buddy of yours, was like so salty to like be in your shoes. Like, this asshole didn't even check his email box.
Yeah.
I got denied, and yet he go checks it after I told him I didn't get it, and he gets it. Oh my, you know this all real.
So that was cool.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah, that's really cool to be able to turn $200 into $2,000. That's yeah, dude. That's almost basically almost a free ounce of gold, basically, if you did it almost. Shoot, that's awesome.
So then that's in April, and what happens is for StubHub, so the tickets will be mailed to me. I mail them to the buyer, and then StubHub, like, the money's there, like in your account, but you can't access it until 2 days after the event, just in case the buyer gets on there and says, hey, these things never showed up, blah, blah, blah.
Tickets or never happened. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, it's the whole reshare against the crap and whatnot. I get it.
So it's definitely something that you have to cover your ass on. So when I get them, I'll be, taking, just make sure I'm doing my documentations of everything.
Yeah. You don't need the guy to say, oh, these are not real tickets and stuff. What do you mean they're not real? Like, they freaking came right from them, dude. What are you talking about? Yeah.
Exactly. Silver Wolverine, they hold it until 5 to 8 days after. I'm pretty sure my email said 2 to 3 days, so maybe they changed it or something.
It's like a little escrow, ticket escrow or whatever.
Yeah.
Coolness.
It's
nice.
It's a little different, but it's there. I'm in no rush for it. It'll be a little bonus. Maybe I'll forget about it, and then it'll just show up.
Yeah. Like, hey, here's your $2,000. Like, what? $2,000? I didn't. Well, yeah, that's right. Just tickets. Sweet. It's like a $2,000 lottery is coming into you know about that. Actually, right during tax season too, right in April. So right, you know, taxes. Here's $2,000 to help with the man. To get him off your back.
It'll actually be right as I'm getting back from Florida, I believe.
So you can be able to get some money back for your vacation then. That'd be nice.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Put back into padding.
It'll help. It'll help cover.
Yeah,
sounds like eBay garbage.
Who got some garbage on eBay?
Well, eBay's, when you first start up on eBay, and maybe this is what he's talking about. When you first start up on eBay, like they do hold your money for a certain amount of time. Like you made a sale, okay, great. Unless, and I don't know because I don't have it like an official store per se or whatever, but they do hold your money up to a certain amount of time just to make sure that you do what you're supposed to do. To protect the buyer, you need to go on there, put a tracking number for your order. You need to get it out, ship it within a lot amount of time, whatever you set up as.
Yeah.
And that's how you get good feedback, and that's how you can get away from that stuff. But that's why we can go into like some of these guys on YouTube, right? They bring up comps on eBay on different sales of things, collectible coins, so on and so forth. Yeah, that's all fine and dandy, right? But that's not how it works for everybody. Like you can just go post on eBay, but when there's so many other sellers out there with a much higher rating score than you, and you're Joe Schmo and you got this Mickey Mouse coin and you bought it for so much and you see that it's sold for this much and you post it there and it just sits there. Well, that's because you don't have any ratings. Like you're not trustable yet, right? It takes a long time to build up that rating on eBay to become a quote unquote trusted seller. That it's just tough for me to hear when people start spouting off eBay comps, because who cares? That was yesterday's sale price. What is it today?
Yeah, it's always good to like get like YouTube like the last 3 sales and do an average of those.
Tried it. What's up, buddy? I've got Cleveland over Tennessee, buddy. Shawn picked Tennessee. I'm with you. So
yeah, I'm going to see if what happened. We'll see if the little Tanner Hill and the whole Russian gang can get it taken care of. But we'll see,
yes,
man.
exactly, Desert Bob.
We'll see. We shall see.
Exactly. It's just again, I'm going back to YouTube sales, right?
No, the eBay sales. Yeah.
Well, YouTube and eBay, just comparing. eBay is a free place for you to go and post your stuff to see many, many, many people can see it. But it's not free. They're charging you a fee, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, would these same sellers on YouTube continue selling if YouTube was to have implemented a program that gives them a fee for each sale you made on their platform? Meaning, when you super chat somebody, when you subscribe to a channel and you're a member, right?
Mm-hmm.
YouTube is getting a percentage of that. And what I would, not off the top of my head, I don't know. But would these people continue to sell on YouTube if they implemented, if you're doing live sales here on YouTube, you need to do it via this platform on YouTube so we can keep track of your sales, and we are going to start taking 8, 10, 11% of each sale you make.
I think,
and that would be tough for a lot of these businesses here on YouTube because they don't have an eBay following or an Instagram following. They have a following here on YouTube, and they continue to do it because it's feeless. YouTube feeless, not your payment plan feeless. If you're using PayPal, if you're using Cash App, if you're using whatever, Venmo. Now people are using Zelle because it's feeless. For how long, we don't know.
Yeah.
So it would be a struggle if they implemented something like that.
It would give them a challenge. Yeah, it would give them a challenge to either say, is it worth, being able to have a video interactive sale versus the eBay where you're just clicking a thing and swiping through however many pictures you have. And of course, you're getting a 2D image looking what the thing looks like, and not getting a really full interactive
And there's a lot of
cameras.
action
So
on Whatnot. I don't know if you ever checked out that app, but there's a lot of
yeah,
sellers on Whatnot, and they do
that,
take a fee as well. And they
yeah,
actually hold from people I've talked to, they actually hold your money for a certain amount of time to make sure, again, you do what you're supposed to do,
yeah,
and
because
then your payments come through.
and that covers also the company too, because like think about it, no one really wants to
Of
have some
course.
new user come into Whatnot and like what's Whatnot, like what is this? They're gonna say, oh, this is pretty cool, and for them to go into an initial experience of a new app and someone, like you said, gets screwed on a sale, then that's going to leave a bad taste in their mouth for coming back to that app. They're like, we're not going back there. They're shysters on there and stuff, so that
Yeah.
before we get out. So yeah, it's just. And it did the same thing with me with my eBay sales. I've had an eBay account open since 1999. I was one of the original first, you know, guys in there and stuff too. And even got the 25-year badges when they gave it out back in 2000 and where it was, I can't remember. Anyway, but it's more of just like it's to protect the buyer itself too. At the same time, it's like it's not, they don't want to encourage a criminal activity event to where it's like,
Sure.
if you can just sell something whatever you want and you're going to get paid right then and there, what's to stop anybody from just selling anything and just getting over on things? So it's a way of basically the services making sure, first of all, you're not a bot, you're a real human being with a real human account, and you're able to really get a hold of with a real email address. They want to make sure you're good, and I think it's I get it. It's a new seller. You want your money, you want it now. But I always say, like, when you're selling things, don't go with greed, because you're never going to be happy, honestly, with what you're doing, selling or not selling. Be happy to get what you can. Try to set expectations, but take advantage of the different platforms that are out there. Try to find what works for you best. Um,
Yes.
for me personally, not everybody has that LCS. They could drive like 30, 40 minutes to or less and go in there. I know you said you have one, that's like what, hours from you basically. You get to drive several
Yeah.
hours to get a coin
Yep.
store. So nobody has that. Um, obviously, we always preach that going into the LCS and developing a relationship with them, you're going to get probably a better buy back from your stuff. And even offer,
Well, I'm
some
glad you
places
put
I
it that
know
way too. You said
can
buy
do
back.
consignment also too. I know some places that I've gone to have offered to sell my items for me, and there's also multiple benefactors from that as well too. Um, just real quick before we get off topic and stuff, mostly it's because I find it's where, um, depending on how business licenses and how big your business are, I guess it wouldn't matter. But if you're just just Joe Schmo, like some of us are here, just trying to make some money selling silver and not have the tax man rip us a new one for
Yeah.
30-40% in April of next year. Okay, well, there are ways where somebody else sells it for you. You just get the money for it. Well, Joe Biden and his
It's an option, right?
87,000 tax IRS agents will have no idea that you just got that money because somebody else sold it for you. Yeah, you might lose a couple extra bucks here and there from the sale, but that is going to be insequential to the amount of money you're going to save for not owing taxes for that sale for next year. So that's another thing you
Yeah.
can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Well, while we got
yeah.
Trident in here, let's talk about how are you doing in your fantasy leagues? Because I'm part of a program that he put on, a fantasy league for kind of
Oh, cool.
stackers, and I am doing terrible in that league.
Oh,
And for some reason, he did some type of sponsorship where the video he put out, apparently I have 3 sponsors backing me for this. Dude, I haven't got a win. It's week 2, week 3 is not looking great. Yeah, Deebo Samuel's had a good game, and that helped me in that league as far as brought me up a little bit.
yeah.
So who
Sorry.
I'm going against, somebody needs to have a bad game for me to try and have a victory in that league. But the other league that I'm in, I'm 2-0, and it's looking pretty promising
Nice.
for week 3. And that is another league through work. And then I do multiple things on DraftKings with a bunch of friends. That's a different platform. You get to pick a new team each week, different players. You make a roster, and then you just kind of go off that. But how is yours looking? And I don't even know if Trident's got a win in his own league. I have to go on there and look. But I tell you what, I got kind of hosed on some waivers, man. I was trying to pick up anybody I could to fill that void of a running back, and other league, right? Well, I didn't. Yeah, right. I didn't get who I was going for, and it was a mess. But I think I made a team. I think I got a team.
I got pretty much most of the same team going for like basically all 4 of mine. So right now I'm in four fantasy leagues. 2 I'm 0-2 in because just 1 week I had to go against Tyreek Hill first week with 50 fantasy points.
Oh, yeah.
And then when you lose Nick Chubb and David Montgomery and Jamal Williams all at the same time in week 2, it's like, oh, there goes half my team on injuries. That's fantastic. So I'm 0-2.
And that's what happened to me in Tridents too. I had Williams, and he's done. So right away, not only did I have a backup, but now I needed a backup for that backup, and I forget even who I picked up. Maybe I ended up with
that's the guy to pick up there, man. The guy I got going actually in all 4 of my leagues for Nick Chubb. Actually, his pro debut, actually 3rd round pick out of New Orleans, go start today with stuff with Taysom Hill and
I think I might have. I grabbed him somewhere.
Yeah,
I grabbed him either in that league or the other league. Yes, I know.
Start him against Green Bay. I think he's going to get his first touchdown on his first game. I think too. Honestly, Green Bay gets run on, and I think they're the 4th most giving of running back points this week. I mean, this year
no
so
doubt.
far, getting rushed on, and they get rushed on also last year as well too. So yeah, so I'm 0-2 in 2 leagues and a 1-1 in the other 2 leagues. I feel pretty confident about this week. There's no like really everything's be 50-50 or there's like a couple like 60-40 or 60-35. That's only because they're not giving Sam Laporta, in my opinion, the proper amount of projected points.
Okay.
I've got Zay Flowers also too. He's going against the Colts. He's going to go probably put up some 20-some fantasy points this game this week. So if you got Zay Flowers in your setup, get his ass started in your flex position. I don't care who you got it, unless it's somebody really way better. But start him, and So hopefully a couple more waiver wire moves and stuff. I was actually very lucky. I always usually don't touch the waiver wire like after the draft. I don't pick up any extra players from a drafting. I don't wait week 1, week 2. I'm usually like not touching that waiver wire.
Hey, thanks, Nicolette Hobbies.
So basically I can get like some like how I was in like 2 out of my leagues. Basically, I was waiver priority number 1. So like no matter who's where, it don't matter whatever. If I'm pick priority number 1, I can literally cherry pick the whole thing. And then do the same thing is just to get your team, usually week 3 or week 4, cycle through your guys, just sit back and then wait till like week 8, week 7 to hit the waiver again. That's why you're moving up the waiver priority. That's what some people like. You don't necessarily need to just play the waiver wire every week because like most guys they're going after people. They're just a one-time hitter. They're not going to be used every game. So try to just be patient with your team you have unless you get injuries and stuff, or if you get some guy that just has that kind of game.
And that's kind of where we've been. That's especially at that running back position.
Yeah. Like right now, a couple guys that would have been picked up would have been over the weekend would have been good. Would have been Keandre Miller out of New Orleans, Tutu Atwell out of the Rams. Because I think what's the Puka Naga not gonna work anymore. I don't remember his last name. So I just call him Puka and Two. So that's what I call those guys. So Puka Naga season not gonna work anymore. Whatever his last name is. So Puka apparently has like an injury. So Tutu might be filling in this Monday night. course, Cooper Kupp's still on IR for a few more weeks. So,
Yep.
but
Yep.
yeah. So I got a couple players that I'm interested in seeing how they go this week, and couple fantasy football. I mean, I got a couple football bets on there on the I think it's the DraftKings, whatever it's called, and some small ones and some small bets for outlandish payouts. So there's one I think I have on there that if it's like a touchdown prop / like player props, if you will, for the week for the 1 o'clock and the 4 o'clock games.
Okay.
And I want to say it's like a 25 leg or something. I just max out the whole card. I know it's like the chance.
Well, and that's where I'm at. I'm looking at the clock thinking, okay, I got to get this multi bet going before 1 o'clock.
Yeah,
12 because I didn't do it yet this morning.
Oh, yeah, Mike, let you go in a few minutes. Yeah, so I got that one bet with like a 25 legger. It's $5, and if it wins, it's $16,800 payout. So I'm like, yeah, let's jack all that and get like freaking 8 ounces of gold for $5 and be the greatest YouTube video of like. So I took $5 and then this happened and bought 8 ounces of gold or something like that and be like a million views in 48 hours. Like, how the hell did this guy turn from $5 into 8 ounces of gold? Do tell. That would be the greatest video ever. So hopefully I'll win that bet.
He hit the multi-massive parlay.
Yeah, hit the multi-massive, just bang, 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 just slapping them all like the MP5, just slapping them all, man. Just
right.
Oh my god. So the 2 legs that they all need to happen, but there's like 2 or 3 that's that are iffy. Like a Josh Allen touchdown, you got to rush it in, but it can happen. He's done it before against the Commanders. Sorry, ass Commanders. And then I need for the New Orleans game, I need the rookie Keandre Miller, his first game, to come in, score a touchdown against the Green Bay, and I even need Taysom Hill to do some kind of crazy bobcat play to the end zone and get himself a touchdown. But
which is possible. It's possible.
It can happen. So you're saying there's a chance, it can happen, but probability factor, kind of very high. But if it does pay out, oh my god, I think it's like $16,835 payout or something stupid. I'm like, dude, I'll turn $5, and it was a free bet too. They were like, oh, here's a free bet for $5.
Damn!
Like, you're gonna give me $5 for a free bet? Yeah, I think I'll take a free bet and load it up because it's free, and then figured if it's a free money, it doesn't cost anything. Might as well go all in. Just go for the guts to roll that dice and see if it comes out on a hard 8 and pay me $16,800. And yeah, that'd be awesome, dude.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, look, dude, we got 2 games set for this week.
Okay.
Our scores are definitely going to change. I could tie it up, or you could take a demanding lead, or we could split. So we're going to see how that goes out. And I wish everybody a happy Sunday, and sit back, relax, get your yard work done, because football is about to start.
And if it's raining outside like it is here for the last 40 days and 40 nights, you ain't doing the yard work. So just sit back with
no way, dude. It hasn't rained here in a little bit.
Iced tea, whatever you need to do on a Sunday afternoon, and watch the games. And here we go. Yeah.
Take it easy. It's Sunday. All right, man. Well, look, next week, we appreciate everybody being here. Hopefully we got a little bit more to talk about. Maybe there's going to be no injuries. Find out next week. All right.
Don't worry.
Take it easy.
See you, buddy. Yeah.